This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you. Months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Child's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now.
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able—
Dream mirror?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, with dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even if to play it safe, I need to—
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial— Does that mean the next time we see Child, we have to treat him like our—
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see— You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills, and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here.
Oh, she moves fast. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to— Last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lot. Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devour—
Ready? Your training will be split into 3 stages. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie, and during your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you'll have picked up all kinds of
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching... Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right?
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not— To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton. The foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences, and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which only then will you get the full utility.
Wait, is Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves?
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles, there are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher. That's all I have to say. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can.
Oh, this is making Paimon's head spin. Hang in there, traveler!
Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their gut? Now take that, and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until you're...
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've made
Awesome! Paimon knew you could do it!
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again?
Because he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that! It's very disrespectful!
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to... But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday.
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kind of dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I...
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet, too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the star?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go.
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold! You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky? People from the merchant ship said. I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some... I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing... But for now, I'm starved.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run!
Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take them down.
Don't be scared.
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. Happened.
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to we welcomed you with our finest food and drink? Showed you the best our home has to offer. Gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from Upper Command.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife.
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first, so...
Well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go.
What happened? You're bleeding. Oh.
This is the place. Alert all units.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face. My clever girl, so curious. You're all...
Whenever you miss, remember, life is a gift.
Don't break down the door! Look what we have. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the set. This time, the focus is elemental energy.
in the abyss feels no day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we were, well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork.
The way I see it, the first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning the natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power. My master, Sertologi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss. An act for which the people of Conria gave them the elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easy, it's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal so I've heard. You seem to have a knack for but is purification really what's going on there? Like I just thinking out loud. True growth comes from adversity, but only if you make the so, it's time. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can.
Wind blade. Wind blade.
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Wind blade. Disappear. Wind blade.
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Go! Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not, so be bold. Do not be afraid. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice. Get some rest.
Everyone, if we can replace that bet the Fonta promoter.
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very... You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you...
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment. That fear is now part of you. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. After all, good Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh, and mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the fight, so wanna head over now?
From your training so far, you have gained better command. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you... Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want. But only if you live to tell the tale. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never... How amusing. But you don't. You can choose. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and this is your final training session. Look. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Water jet! Go! Water jet! Go! Go! Water jet! Water jet! Water jet! Go! 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 What? Yeah.
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, you must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, that's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, you managed to push past your limit.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got... I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than...
Incredible!
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light?
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on...
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve...
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past, and be—
Run! Skirk! Run! Only to—
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Right? Ta-da! A barb? Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk...
Here's an idea. Let's...
Okay. It's Paimon's...
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need... When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. You and I might never meet again, Traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me...
Are you... really from Teyvat?
Okay, not the angle I was expecting.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you earlier, but while we were dream mirroring, I think I saw your memories.
I knew that was a possible side effect. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless dark. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways.
Like me? Do you mean you're also a descender?
No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Sertologi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question.
What is your goal in coming?
To become strong. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps. Walk the path he once walked. Okay.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the... But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, you're...
You know Child is looking for you, right? Are you going to let him see you?
Ajax, his situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to... Children can't help but imitate their role models. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the... Wake up your companion. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best...
Time to go. Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me.
Wait.
Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place from... You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this...
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at... Oh, but, that means you need to stay...
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use. Merciless.
Water jet! Bombs away! Go! Water jet! Wipe out!
Look at all these spikes! gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Water jet! Water jet! Yeah!
Another star goes out! Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Go! Yeah! Water jet!
Oh, looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his hiding? Ugh, this fog is making it impossible to see anything.
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Our opponent must...
Hold on! Look! The spikes are back!
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, we might be playing right into his hands. Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he integrated it into his attack somehow. Merciless. From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see.
You alright? That thing was...
There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got...
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me. Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to, namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of it. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devour... Oh, of course! Paimon knew that spike thing looked familiar.
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't be able to defeat a creature like that. Which leaves one possibility. You know my master, the Foul, Sertologi.
The Foul? Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can
Just a little more.
Look, it's bad!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning. Keep calm and use reason to Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come at— You've got your soul fragment back? Get us out of here, Traveler. You'll need to lead the—
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run!
Water jet! Go!
Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse!
Yeah! Water jet!
So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only get you so far. I needed to verify it for my—
Phew. Oh,
I no longer sense his weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's managed to digest it. You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could— It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract power from anything. Dead.
yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, never let me—
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was in a satiated state. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. That's when its true voracious nature kicks in. It could devour everything on the planet in that state, which is why I cast it into that void space. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Meaning, exactly. It told me everything I needed to know. Hence why I said we both— And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole—
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall—
But what if that monster finds you before— Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to the abyss again. Not without your full strength. So, sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the planning to you.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where?
Bring it!
Huh. This bag from Skirk, does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? I'll be collecting my paycheck now. Oh, sure thing. But, can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did she do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. Okay, fine. The truth is,
I noticed there was only one bed.
Wait!
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey! Don't just... whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You
run, Skirk.
Getting an early night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk?
About 60%.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take...
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different. No, I think I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep in...
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think of it as... This isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. Actually, I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess that's why... Call it... fate, if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. Oh, you know, this river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times. And all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was. She cuts through water and rock with the sword of reason.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion.
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall,
the answer to one mystery invites in. Let's follow the river upstream. I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world. She's made a conscious... Let's keep going.
You now have what it takes to wield immense power. From this day forth, I shall teach you. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone. I have given you...
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. We will still have contact through the Abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst for human. You have tasted loss. You have known fear. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. And thus pain dampen. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Sertologi, looked like at one point in time. Of course, as a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you see him in...
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps.
I'll let you in on a little secret. The real Sertologi is terrifying. The scope of his power is impossible to understand. Shall we keep... We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk, when she first began training under Sertologi.
I have set your broken wrist. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner...
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking. Maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be...
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius. So, I will teach you everything I know.
But I don't want to draw my...
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of...
Yes,
From that day forward, all she knew was grueling. After some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained control over her emotions, like her master. How should I put it? It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came... I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as... There was so much to discover. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless trash, as the fire consumed one life after another. Skirk was helpless. If Sertologi hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed her life too. And there... because she and her people were seen as a threat. As the initial merchant ship explored the planet, they discovered that it hadn't always had the condition to support life. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved the ability to adapt to any type of environment or energy source. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat, and decided to eliminate them before the threat could rear its head. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat because of a gift they didn't even know they had. Perhaps if those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses. All those rejected impulses. Those discarded aspects of your past self. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most. Don't forget, it was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erase. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses. Emotions like kindness and empathy. And what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who...
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest cut. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I...
That is the problem. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars. Those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back, and let them grant you peace.
That isn't what we need.
Exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than...
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only...
And look around. Look at you cast aside your dreams and curiosity. And in doing so, you lost your original... Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these...
And do you think that means I should seek help from a
Your emotional self is... The fact that she transcended time and broke free from her constraints...
Thank you for saying that. To be honest, I'm not... But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish...
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
This doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, I once asked my master if he said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like but that means I must defeat him. Yes. And not just because of the gap in our abilities. Although his decision to train me was not made out of kindness, he did everything a master should. He saved my life. I know. And it's not something I want. But Master never goes. He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are simple greetings. Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the maybe that means I do live in eternal fear, just like he said. Yes, I respect him, but I'm also afraid of him. And for that reason, the pursuit of strength consumes every moment of my life. I don't know what Master has planned, but I have to be ready. Help me?
Because if we want to build the world we both want to see, if we all do our part, we can make the entire universe a...
Oh, you're... Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back. You're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth. I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey into how you fight. I suppose what happened today...
Okay, so, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons...
Alright, it's about time.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested even more power in the meantime, the good news is, we have no reason to...
Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? How come he knows that, too? Really? So, you're telling Paimon that giant whale and this guy—
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent being who longs for his level of strength is bound to mimic his appearance. It's a natural response after encountering someone as powerful as Master. To them, he represents ultimate power. We know the person before us has encountered Master, and we know he stole a portion of my power. So it's not surprising that he would assume this form.
Okay. Oh, Nervalette isn't here this time, so it's up to us.
Wipe out!
Into the void!
Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Bombs away!
Paradigm shift!
Water jet! Water jet!
Merciless.
Go! Yeah!
Into the void!
Beyond this world.
Extinguished! Mine to wield. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you come to your senses?
You saw that my body was at its limit. Such power.
Skirk.
How long has it been? How long has it...
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
Hundreds of...
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history. Care to tell?
Of course. Might as well. Take I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit our title. But I contracted an incurable illness as a child, and everyone gave up on me. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people looked at me, all I saw in their eyes was pity, or a strange glee in my misfortune. Even my parents were just waiting for me to die. Over time, my heart hardened, and I became aimless. That was the point where I met your master, Sir Telogian. We were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sent. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if... I still remember what he said to me when we first met.
That does sound like something he would...
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing. But somewhere along the way, I fell behind. After his grand endeavor was successful.
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. The reality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite amount of time to get stronger. Maybe I'll finally catch up to you one day. And we can spar like we used to.
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body, or rather...
All I can do is try.
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality, and wish to experience a good sparring match before you wither away...
Disciple?
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe, and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well,
all Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sound.
Of course. Only the most outstanding people.
Still...
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into...
Your heart? That sounds like torture! How did you even survive?
Because, of course,
So, you used the curse to turn yourself into... Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. With your body and soul caught, but that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it.
You're right. I should have known better, but... I had already pushed myself to... I miss your master. I miss the days.
After the beating we just gave you, I think...
Sir Telogi's disciple. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist. Using despair and fear to... We're like mountain climbers in the dark.
True. But I made up my mind long ago. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that demands his full strength, but rather a defeat.
Oh?
Since you're his friend, You must have first time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel joy. It was the joy of a researcher discovering—
Interesting. You're right.
Exactly. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength. After which, all can come to an— For that very reason, good and—
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that—
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my— I won't be able to hold on to my sanity. Sir Delogi once offered to free me from this curse.
I can, but not through death. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness. Along with all the impurities will dissipate. And under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. I have faith if we are climbers.
I will reach the top of this mountain. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. We did it! Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't— Wow! You said today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds me.
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole.
Great! Huh. It's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky.
I suppose it's because I have gazed upon the false stars hanging in the meticulously planned sky. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow, until we learn to seize the sand. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty is palpable. One can only wonder, what is it going to take for kindness to reign supreme in the vast expanse of the universe?
Ugh, this is all going over Paimon's head. But if she knows ever since we met, he has filled— If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with two. We've met so many amazing—
I suppose when it comes to you. And, well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotions, I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other on the street. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. One without war, pain. For this, we must all work to become stronger. Goodbye, traveler. Remember your training. Make sure to put it to use.
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being— Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.
Stabilize!
Transfixed!
Gather!
Done. Place my hand. The hunter becomes the hunted.